If you only watch one video today, then let it be this one, because this video is going to help you reprogram your mind so that you can achieve success so much faster in 2026. And after building multiple successful companies, I've realized one key thing. Your mindset is the driving force behind the success of your business and in your everyday life. So let's jump straight into it. The first thing that you need to do is understand awareness of bad habits. Because you can't build a new life with new goals and better habits on top of bad habits. Now, as humans, we all have extremely bad habits, and some people are better at controlling those bad habits than others. But in order for you to really make a change this year, you need to first become aware of the things that are stopping you from achieving your goals. So if you look back at your previous year, let's look at 2025. You might have had goals to have time, location, financial freedom, whatever that may be, maybe even getting in shape. And if you didn't achieve those goals, the likelihood is the real factor that stopped you is you had existing bad habits and you were trying to build a new life on top of those bad habits. So let me give you like a real tangible example. Let's say you wanted to become super healthy and you wanted to start eating extremely healthy. You're only eating specific food and you're very strict with it. However, you're still binge eating rubbish at the same time. Okay, so you're eating healthy in the evening. You're not going to become that healthy person that you want to become because you still have the existing bad habits. We can't build on top of existing bad habits. Now, I'm not saying to every single person watching this video that you need to be Superman because, quite frankly, that is not possible. But the first thing that you need to be doing is understanding your goals and then really understanding all of the bad habits that are going to potentially stop you from achieving those goals. Procrastination, unhealthy eating, whatever your goals are, it really doesn't matter. So get a bit of paper, write them down. And the best way to become aware is actually take a step back because life is extremely fast. Regardless of whether you run a business, you work a 9 to 5, you have a family, whatever it is, life is fast. So you just need to take a step back. You need to have an hour to yourself with a bit of paper, no phone, no distractions, no procrastination, and you need to realize what is it that stopped you from achieving your goals in 2025 and what are those bad habits that you have. Now, does that mean you need to try and eliminate all bad habits at once? Definitely not. That is not going to happen, but you need to be aware of them. So as long as we can be aware of them, then we can start to change our behavior and start to take action on the things that we want to do so that we become the better person that we want to be. So again, awareness is the key factor here. That's the first step that you guys really need to implement if you want to actually change your life. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is taking responsibility and accountability for actions even if it is not your fault. Now, that might sound a little bit ridiculous, right? You might be looking at me thinking, why would he say that? If it's not my fault, why am I going to take accountability for someone else's actions? But this is part of reprogramming so we can become that person that we want to be. Because let me tell you this, every successful entrepreneur will understand what I'm talking about here. You have to blame yourself for everything so that you can actually grow and avoid mistakes and get to where you need to be. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a business owner right now and you're doing 20 grand a month and you've noticed that one person in your team is not performing very well. In fact, they're causing a big problem in your business. You could sit there and either blame that specific person and fire them and say, well, that's the reason why we're not at 40K a month. Or you could blame yourself and understand where you actually went wrong. Was the training process wrong for you? Was the management process wrong for you? Do they even have the tools that they need to be able to succeed? Okay. Now, I'll give you another example on the other end of the spectrum. Let's say that you are not a business owner and you are someone right now that wants to start a business and you're watching this video and thinking, Dan, I really want to be in the position you're at where you've got time, location, and financial freedom. But the reason why you're not here is because you've not actually taken action and you've not started your journey. Now, the reason why I'm giving you this as an example is because a lot of people are in that position. They're blaming external factors. They don't have the money, they don't have the time, they don't have the knowledge, they have ADHD, they have dyslexia, whatever it is. And realistically, you're creating those problems for yourself. The whole reason why you are struggling to get to where you need to be is you're not taking accountability or responsibility. You're blaming external factors which are actually stopping you from growing. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is that change isn't fast. So let me ask you a question. If I told you you had to put yourself through pain and do boring, repetitive tasks every single day whilst learning a new skill and really staying up late and working hard for 90 days, but it would actually change your situation, would you do it? Of course you would. Now, if I said that you had to do it for the next 12 months, would you do it? You might start double thinking. And there's your problem. Because actually, change can take 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, or even longer. And is it worth it when you achieve that end goal? 100%. The end goal ends up getting pushed way further anyway, by the way, throughout your journey. You'll find that out. But realistically, if you're not willing to put yourself through brutal pain for the next 30, 60, 90, 6 months, whatever it is, okay, you are not going to get to where you need to be. So it's now time to realize that change isn't going to happen overnight. You are not going to get that nice car, that nice watch, the nice clothes, the time freedom, the location freedom, the financial freedom overnight. It just doesn't happen. Yes, you might find one person that you know has got really lucky on a crypto coin, but guess what? That's not you. You're wanting to start a business and you're wanting to put that work in, but that is not you. So we need to start realizing that change is going to take some time. So start working hard on your goals every single day, even if it's boring, even if it's repetitive. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone, and then you will start to realize that you can become that person you want to be. The final thing that I want to talk to you about is the reason why you're stuck isn't because your goals are so big. So hear me out. A lot of people, and it's a controversial opinion here, will tell you to start bringing your goals down a little bit. Stop thinking so big because actually it's unachievable. But that is utter bullshit in my opinion. Because I remember dreaming so big, and I still do. And I truly believe that is one of the contributing factors to the success of where I am today. So even if you're someone, and I remember I did this all the time. I used to jump in the car and I used to drive a Renault Clio, and I used to think, oh, I'd love to be able to drive a C63 AMG, or I'd love to be able to drive a Lamborghini or whatever. And I would vision that because it actually helped me give direction to what I wanted in life. Now, honestly, you start to grow out of wanting the nicer things in life when you start to get them, and you start to believe that the journey is a little bit more than just nice cars. But still, you have to be very materialistic if that's what is pushing you, and you have to really visually believe it so that you can achieve it. So if you can take one thing from this video today, a lot of what I've said are changes that you can make overnight by watching this video. You can actually change overnight by watching this video. Remove those bad habits. Start to be delusional. Start to vision the success that you're looking to achieve. Understand that change isn't going to happen overnight, but you can start to make that change. So good luck with everything. Take that action, and I'll see you in the next video.